urinary tract symptoms since 2 months and dysuria since 1 month.
Dysuria since 12 months. Since 12 months or
lower urinary tract symptoms since 2 months and dysuria since 1 month.
Since 2 months only, yeah? Okay, not 12 months, no? And dysuria since 1 month. What about the lower urinary tract symptoms? What type of symptoms he had actually? Whether it was voiding or storage symptoms, and which was a predominant symptom, I would like to know.
Patient has predominantly voiding symptoms, but also he has a storage symptom also, but predominantly voiding symptom with a FunPIS score of 23/33.
So basically, had a poor flow and intermittent and straining to void. Okay. So basically, complaint of poor flow.
Yes.
So it started how, like 2 months back it was normal and it started suddenly, yeah? Or any history of trauma or hello?
No history of trauma.
No history of trauma. So previously was normal only 2 months back. He was not having any neurological complaints or anything.
No neurological complaints.
18-year-old. No discharge per urethra or anything like that.
Yeah, exam wala polisa. Passport dekla. First you first one. Then explain.
Yes, sir.
No, same doctor. Every other. Exam result வரலையே சீட் கொடுத்தாங்க. நான் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட் டப்பா எடுக்கிறது.
What else do you need to ask?
Any other than that, any only as predominantly poor flow only, ma'am. That is no stories nuts is there. 18 years old with no any previous history of catheterization or any history of urological intervention. Ma'am? Ma'am, you are not able to hear you properly, ma'am.
Sujata?
Good morning, sir.
Why didn't you log in? Is it clear?
We are logged in, sir.
Okay. Okay. FunPIS is 23/35.
18-year-old man, child means adult. Apart from these symptoms, what else can you ask? Symptoms and presenting history. Then we will go briefly or symptoms.
Because he has only frequency and urgency are less only, ma'am. He's not bothered about any frequency, urgency or not. Ma'am?
What else would you ask? I said, what can be the cause of frequency and urgency in 18-year-old person?
18-year-old, they have given the FunPIS score. There is a total score given, and they have also given the split one. Look at it, and then you dissect those things, and then you discuss the case.
So yes, most bothersome in the poor flow and straining to void and this one.
Then discuss the
And
case.
frequency is very less. It's not so much bothered about urgency and nocturia also. Since its score is 1, it's hardly.
Correct. So what was the possibilities? Now ask next question. Now I have understood that. Ask the next question. What other leading questions you would like to ask?
How is his flow actually, whether a weak stream or
Reading poor stream, which is 5 there.
yes, sir.
So then you must more details if you want.
What comes to your mind once you suppose you see this 18-year-old person? What else? What things will come to your mind? Again, why does it happen in 18 years old?
Since there is no previous neurological any deficit or anything, most probably stricture disease, ma'am. But etiology in 18 years without any trauma, without any urological intervention, without any
Then rule out stricter or keep it lower down. What else can be the reason for intermittency, thin stream, straining?
One more is vesical cal, ma'am, intermittency, poor flow, but 18-year-old with no history, previous
There is
history.
a vesical calculus. What are the other symptoms associated with it? Which you can ask.
Whether his flow is same thing, or it is very, he strains toward, when he strains it increases, or it's same flow actually.
Forget the flow. Apart from it, what are the symptoms? If there is a vesical cal, what is the predominant symptom?
It will be a dysuria, ma'am. He is associated with slight dysuria, and intermittency will be there.
Apart
And
from
pain.
that, will pain not be a symptom? Strangury not be a symptom? Terminal hematuria be a symptom?
Yes, ma'am.
You ask it, no? What else do you think can be the reason? You told 3 reasons: neurological, some urological intervention, vesical calculus. What else can be the reason?
Maybe another is a sexually transmitted disease, ma'am. 18 years, if he is sexually active.
Causing what? If sexually transmitted disease will cause only a FUNFI score.
No, ma'am. Actually,
So associated things like, what will you ask for?
urethral discharge, ma'am. Per urethral discharge.
Then? So you are thinking,
Can you have a congenital problem?
yeah. Congenital, what can be the history, you will ask? But it is written is asymptomatic 2 months ago.
Yes, ma'am. He was not having symptoms.
Still you have to ask. What will you ask? Apart from intervention done in childhood, what is the history in a person who has some congenital neurological problem?
Yeah, antenatally, hydronephrosis was detected, or he was able to avoid any fulguration was done.
Hey, Baba, I am asking history, present history, not past history. There will be history of UTIs, documented or undocumented.
Recurrent UTIs, yes.
Yeah, history of retention of urine, admissions to the hospital. If it is serious, if it is causing CRF, there may be stunted growth. So these things you need to ask. Now you can't just say, tell me what intervention was done.
Yes, ma'am.
Cutting short.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell him the history.
Patient has no other history, no history of hematuria, pyuria, bacteria, no acute urinary retention or prior surgical intervention, no history of trauma, prior catheterization. Bowel habits are normal, sleep appetite is normal, no comorbidities he has.
Yes, nothing.
So till 2 months ago, this fellow was asymptomatic. Now suddenly he's got a score of 23 by 35. What other disease has come in this world in the last 2 months? Huh? Corona has not come in the last 2 months?
It's 2 years ago.
You can get corona every day.
Yes, sir.
Can these symptoms be related to coronavirus?
No, sir.
No.
It's poor flow.
Hey, when he is having so much of intense frequency, his bladder is not able to hold, the flow will be poor. Haven't we seen patients with corona with this problem?
But frequency is less on this.
Huh?
It's not more bothersome symptom is not frequency. Sir.
He is not bothered by frequency, only bothered by poor flow.
Yes, only they told 3 and 1 urgency, and doctor is only 1.
You see, one of the things is the bladder has got tremendous capacity, resilience. You may be all right and you think that you are a champion, you are fine. Suddenly one fine day it happens. Body is like that, you know. You are all right one day, next day you are dead in your sleep. What to do? So he may be all right for 2 months. That is his perception. He's never had a chance to, never felt anything wrong to go to the hospital. Okay, I'm like this only. Suddenly something has happened to him and he's now gone into hospital for the last 2 months with terrible. Something would have happened which just triggered this event.
Okay, so we don't have any history which is helping you.
Yes, ma'am.
Personal past history is also normal. So examination is normal.
No.
So what is your provisional diagnosis?
I'm still not yet ruled out anything, ma'am. Provisionally.
No. Can a man at the age of 18 years have some form of obstruction which is causing this problem?
Yes.
What sort of obstruction can be there in an 18-year-old man? All findings are negative. He's got, stricture, no this, no that. I mean, no BXO, no bladder is also not palpable, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So what symptom can somebody have? Genuine symptom. At the age of 18, that gives rise to all this terrible score.
Avoiding dysfunctions.
Avoiding dysfunction is a huge chapter in neurology. What avoiding dysfunction is it?
That bladder outlet.
What do you mean bladder outlet?
These aspects are actually
No.
storage and
What is it, man? You're somewhere there, but not exactly. You're somewhere there.
But sphincter dyssynergy occurs in neurologically.
What other sphincter is there?
External.
Only one
Internal
sphincter.
sphincter.
Then can you have some problem with the internal sphincter?
Yes.
Then can you get primary bladder neck dyssynergy in 18-year-old people? Yes.
Yes, sir.
You can get an 18 with even renal failure, with bilateral hydronephrosis. We've seen it. You look at our charts, you'll find 16-year-old, 20-year-old, all that. Some of them have got actually such great dilatation that they think that the upper tract is the problem. Even last week I saw one of the follow-ups. Pyeloplasty has been done. Sorry. Pyeloplasty has been done also.
You were there.
Anti-reflux operation also has been done for another fellow. Basic problem with bladder neck dyssynergy. So that is it. So important.
Okay, so investigations, what would you like now that we don't know anything about the diagnosis?
First, I would like to have a Euroflow, ma'am, actually, to see this flow and serum creatinine, any alteration in the serum creatinine.
Any urology problem. In fact, any patient in the world who goes to a hospital must have only the most important test is urine. It is not done. Why? Because it's difficult to collect the sample, find a lab, this nuisance, toilet, or go and give blood and go. Most master health checkups only do blood, they don't do urine. And people send you the reports on email and say, please give opinion. Huh? What? You don't know. You start with you're a urologist, start with the urine examination. Then you go
Urine
creatinine and all the rest of it. Huh?
Urine routine
Normal.
normal, sir. Urine routine is normal.
Okay, good. I'm happy for the patient.
Urine culture is no growth. Then creat is 1.1.
Yes,
No elevated RW is found.
yes.
Euroflow showing poor flow actually.
Okay. Very poor flow.
Very poor flow.
Prolonged trace.
Patient was at 300 ml with a maximum flow rate of 4.7 ml per second and average of 2.6 ml per second.
And I would like also to know the PVR, sir, post-port.
Postcard. Very good. What is the PVR?
Postword is in this patient is 130 cc.
130.
Yes.
Yes, voided 400.
Yes.
How much plus 400?
Yes.
Now the bladder capacity.
His bladder capacity is good, 400 cc, around 500 cc is increased.
Easily, half a liter.
But is able to empty the most. Since serum creatinine is normal, so
So now you just got one finding.
then we have to see RGMC actually to see the any factor.
Okay. No.
Any other things? We don't have the MCU, RQ.
MCU we don't have. This is
Yes.
our, yes.
It's RGU showing stricture at the distal bulbar urethra.
See,
Narrowing.
you've been taught in on Thursday's class to describe the RGU carefully. And you start from the meatus.
Yes.
What type of needle injection technique has been used? Is it a Brodny clamp? Is it a Knudsen's clamp? Is it hand injection? Where is the meatus? All that you have to see, no?
Yes, meatus is wide and penile urethra well distended and it is well delineated, sir. Till the bulbar urethra, bulbar near to the distal bulbar, proximal bulbar urethra, there is a narrowing, multiple beaded shape appearance, and prostatic urethra appears dilated, sir. And then
Which is the prostatic urethra here?
prostatic urethra is thin
Which
stream of this one, which is
Where is the prostatic urethra? Where is the veru?
possibly yes.
You will expect veru there?
This is sphincter. This is at the level of the bush sphincter. Probably
No, the reason I asked you to point out is because you were pointing out to the bulbar urethra and saying it is by a dilated prostatic urethra.
yes, a bulbar.
Yeah.
Is the bulbar urethra normal? You only said proximal is beaded appearance. What about the distal bulbar urethra?
Slightly dilated.
Dilated. What's happening at the level of the penoscrotal junction?
Is there a narrowing there?
A concentric
No,
narrowing.
there is.
Is this the normal shape of bulbar urethra?
No, ma'am.
So,
There is concentric narrowing at the penoscrotal junction and
there's no concentric narrowing at the penoscrotal junction.
this is a penis.
Okay. Now describe, so is it involving the entire bulb or only the proximal bulb? And what is the reason for it?
In the proximal bulb, ma'am.
Rest of the bulbar urethra, just now you said it is not normal.
But it is smooth. Walls are smooth and nothing is.
And what about that concentric thing you said? That is normal. Where is the curve of the bulbar urethra? Is it obliterated or is it straightened or what's happening?
It is straightened, ma'am. Actually, curve.
And so why the hesitation in not saying that even the proximal bulb could be having some problem? I mean the distal bulb.
Yes, ma'am.
You have any other things?
In this patient, the entire bulbar urethra is abnormal.
These are the
Entire bulbar urethra is normal. Normally the bulbar urethra, nice curve, no, it comes straight, goes like that inside. You see the cone, you see everything inside, and then you see the verumontanum, and then you see the bladder neck. You see the whole bulbar urethra is abnormal here. It is
Okay.
abnormal and it is in segmental. There are segments of this bulbar urethra which show some areas of concentric dilation. Some are wide, some are narrow, irregular. The narrowing in some areas is irregular. In some areas, the narrowing is just concentric. Then you see the bladder neck. Can you see the bladder neck?
Jet can be seen.
You see one fine jet there. It's a very good jet. Why do you think there's a jet? This fellow's got primary bladder neck dyssynergia. In addition to stricture.
Jet is because when the contrast is injected, when the bladder neck opens up, then the pressure.
Why has he got a jet?
Because the contrast is injected against the resistance. When the resistance gives away
Okay.
that jet,
Alright. Any other reason why? Yes,
and
you see
there
a
is
jet.
a splitting of that near the Beru.
No. Any other reason for the jet in this patient? See, in patients, in children who have got posterior valve, we say there's secondary hypertrophy of the bladder. But in patients who've been having stricture, we don't comment about secondary hypertrophy of the bladder. Huh? Why? Maybe. It is just that everybody doesn't have it. Because when we do a stricture surgery, we anticipate, we see the flows, we see, and everything improves. Just like when we do a valve, everything improves. And there are some children who don't improve. And there are some bladders which don't improve. Long-standing stricture, hypocontracted bladder, or may have secondary bladder neck. Also, this guy is how old?
18 years.
18 years old. So what's the length of his prostatic urethra?
It's less than this.
So the older the man, the more will be the length of the prostatic urethra because he's got the prostate. 18 years old, hardly anything there. So go inside. See, it's very short. So what do you think is the cause of this stricture? What is the cause of this stricture?
There is no history of any neurological or anything.
Okay, no intervention.
No intervention.
So what's the cause?
No trauma.
No trauma. Do traumatic strictures look like this?
No, traumatic will be very short strictures and
You see, when a question is asked, what could be the cause of this thing? Most candidates will give one negative answer and say it cannot be trauma. You don't even think of trauma when you have a picture like this. Don't even mention trauma.
idiopathic.
Can this be idiopathic? Or
Looking at the side, age,
can it be congenital stricture?
But he was asymptomatic since only 2 months is placed.
can this be a congenital stricture?
Why?
Like when you said it cannot be a trauma, it cannot be a congenital stricture. Why? You have to explain. You cannot just apply for everything.
Since he was asymptomatic till
That's
No,
not the reason.
that is not the one. The image which is there.
Image. He's talking about the image. Congenital strictures also are very sharp. Alright? They are pinpoint. They're very well localized. They're not long like this. Huh? Irregular. Very sharp, clean stricture. Alright? So what could be the other reason for this fellow? Due to a stricture.
Looking at this given MCU, can it tells you that there are some things which we can deduce and say that okay, possible reasons are there. Look at it carefully again.
You see, can you see a small line? Then
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
In the RGU itself, you see something, some streak of dye going somewhere else, something else in the very irregular, very irregular. There is no BXO. What else what could the other cause be?
Inflammatory. Sir. But,
What inflammation?
like gonorrhea or
Yeah, of
chlamydia.
course.
Sure.
Just because he's 18 years old doesn't mean you ask no history of his.
The negative strain.
Each fellow will volunteer all that. He's going to tell you his private life. Huh? Nobody tells private life. Could he be having anal intercourse?
Yes. Sir.
Does gonorrhea reside in the rectum?
Yes. Sir.
Anywhere, man. So we don't know what this fellow is doing, no? You have to ask him. At the age of 18, if he has a stricture like this, yeah. You see, these are unusual strictures, but when I was doing MCH, we used to see these fellows at this age. The commonest operation that was done for them was external ureterotomy. Before internal ureterotomy came, we used to do external ureterotomy. The first operation that we learned in the urethra. Open the urethra, put a catheter, just close the bulbous muscle, leave it. After 3-4 weeks, he'll come back, take it out, then do dilatation. Then again he will stricture, then again do the operation, again you do dilatation. The drama goes on. And if you had listened to the last talk by Tony Mundy, he alluded to the value of dilatation. He said, don't throw it out. There are many people who don't think that by offering dilatation to a patient, that's infra dig on you. It's not. Disease is like that. There are people who come and no, I'm happy. It's not a reason for failure. It's not. Don't accept it as a failure. So this fellow could be having that only. Not a work with stricture. No? See, haven't you heard of all these fellows? 16-year-old fellow, 15-year-old fellow raping this, raping that.
In this can be BX1.
Still, it does not involve other parts of the only,
No.
only location.
That's why
Meatal is the.
seem to look at. We have done it.
Can you have, it's called balanitis erotica obliterans because everybody thinks that it will be there on the glands, it's a skin issue. We have seen patients with BXO on biopsy where apparently everything, the meatus looks normal, everything looks normal. The telltale sign may be the fact that he's had a circumcision. So you have to deduce it like this. It's unusual, waiting, but that's how it is. And in today's world, there are enough reasons for this fellow to get it. It's not something that's not covered.
So what else would you like to know? Are we done with diagnosis? Should we start management? Move on something else?
I would like to have a MCO also to see the distance of the structure and also cystoscopy. I would like to.
What is the reason you want to do a winding study on this patient?
Because
Is it because it's our policy in Vedanagam Hospital or is there any other reason that you want to? By the way, in the exam, you can't use that line to get away with it. Say, this is our policy.
to know the proximal end of the structure. Also.
Anything else? You know what the proximal is.
And also whether bladder neck is
The
opening.
current EAU guidelines and all say that RGU is sufficient to make a diagnosis of anti-urethral stricture.
It's there for time immemorial.
No,
It's
it's
not
not there.
something which is there. You are
Yeah, the bladder neck is opening very well, or any that is to see.
Blood neck is also. He's widening.
Since it's
What's his bladder capacity?
around 500 cc.
Is it okay?
No, sir.
Large
Large.
residue. We don't know what's happening with bladder. 18 years, he's been straining. We don't know how long he's been straining. Does he have a diverticulum of the bladder? Does he have reflux?
No, sir.
Is this PVR sustained?
Previous one.
No, is it sustained? All this information you will get. Has he got DUR on one side? Both sides? I don't know. These will tell you, okay, what is the state of the bladder and what is likely to be the outcome of stricturoplasty, stricture surgery in such a patient. You may get a good outlet, but if the bladder is gone, it's gone. You can't do anything. Flow will never improve. Huh? So, suppose you got a nice trabeculum, you got a trabeculated thick wall bladder. That works.
And without we can say, outcome will be better, sir.
Trabeculated thick wall bladder. It's a dangerous thing, no? Alteration in compliance. An urgency to deal with the problem. So these are things that you will see in a patient with a voiding stent. You will have an idea as to how much you can go on conservative treatment or less invasive treatments and offer something definite for this fellow, for his outcome. Okay. Did you do a voiding studies, Sujata?
No, sir, he did not bring this. He had just two films with him.
Okay.
So what do you want, scopy?
Treatment.
Since,
What you need to know on this patient?
since it's a long structure augmentation VM with the buccal mucosal graft or oral mucosal.
No, would you like to do any other investigation in the light after seeing this test, after seeing this RGU? Would you like to do any other investigation? Just give some information. It's not going to tell you how you will manage it.
Yeah, information.
Information. Because your history is doubtful.
Regarding the etiology.
Yes, of course.
VDRL and this one.
Why not do a media learning?
This was
They're not put
Possible. You want to find out, no? All right.
Now here, now the issue is that whether you would like to do in background of this, whether you would like to do sonoivathral friends. Or then other things. Plus, the monocouple is there. Is a find out in other examination. You would like to do sonoivathral
Sonoivathral is fibrosis, extent of fibrosis.
looking at the site, whether it is going to be of useful. Just because I asked you, no. Yes, I was thinking, how are you thinking? Now you are planning your treatment. Want to have some other investigations to aid your decision. It is non-invasive.
If the fibrosis is less, then we can one attempt of PLU can be done. So the length of the stricture is large, so greater than 2 centimeters.
Tell you. So that was.
So kidneys are all right.
Yes.
No hydro, but large PVR again, isn't it? Yeah. Solid bladder, 400. I mean 600. So although his symptoms have been only for 2 months, this fellow will be having trouble for a long time, isn't it? Typical.
Yes. For
Ah.
so how do we manage him?
No, no, what is your treatment plan for this young man?
First, I would like to address the stricture, sir. And then,
Yeah, of course, picture only you have to address, there's nothing else.
and then regarding the bladder,
That will first you clear the outlet, then you talk of the bladder.
we'll wait.
How will you treat the stricture?
With the buccal mucosal graft. With,
Better word,
substitution here.
substitution urethroplasty. Huh? Why would you like to do substitution urethroplasty?
Since the length is large, once
Length is a long
Long length.
Then
almost it's a tight stricture, sir.
anything else?
And site of the stricture, it's near
Okay.
to the bulbar. So
Okay, anything else? How old are you fella?
18 years. So
Don't you want to do something which is going to be more definitive than any of these other procedures?
yes,
Huh? It's not the world's best procedure still, but whatever it is better than EIU or dilatation in this context, isn't it? Huh? So some form of urethroplasty is necessary for this patient. And is best served by some substitution urethroplasty.
Other case has been made ready.
Supposing he's got bad oral hygiene. He's got bad oral hygiene and he's chewing beetle and what is it, hiney and all that. You know, the tobacco. What what it is.
then if percussion skin can be used, sir.
Percussion skin. This fella?
If oral mucosal graft is not available, then other grafts has to go.
Huh?
Theoretical abuse.
No, no. Oral mucosa is not healthy. What will you? What other substitutes are there?
One is bladder mucosa, sir.
Bladder mucosa.
Tunica vaginalis graft can be used.
For a structure in a throat,
Anything else?
Rectal mucosa can be used.
Rectal mucosa?
Post-auricular skin can be used.
Yes, yes. How about ileal mucosa? Ileal. People have used that also. Done laparoscopy, take out a bit of ileum, anastomosis, take that and put mucosa.
No. So you would like to do only augmentation urethroplasty or can you do something else? What are the two types of procedures which are done for any stricture? How do you classify? Broadly, they are classified as transecting and non-transecting. Can we do transecting urethroplasty? The 18-year-old.
Exactly काय करतात बघ. I want to know what everybody is doing. मग बघ जरा मला ओटीत बघून सांग कोण कुठे आहे बघून सांग. Where is Kamlesh find out? And where are the rest of the questions? Why do 3 people have to take one patient inside? And nobody wants to attend the class, they want to sit somewhere in the ward or in the OT.
Anyway,
So can you use a pedicle graft to augment the urethra?
can you use circumcoronal mechanics? Huh?
No, but since only mechanics is for longer.
No. It can be, it doesn't have to be. It can be used for any stricture.
Yes.
by virtue of its length, you can use it. But you can cut it and put it anywhere you want. No? Well, you can travel from there to there, you cut it and put it. But what is the problem with mechanics?
It's a skin flap. It's a
It's a
longitudinal.
skin flap, it's vascularized, but what is the problem?
Again, the vascularity of the flap is.
If this patient has any semblance of BXO with that stricture, this is genital skin, isn't it? It will be a double whammy for him, isn't it? So, not advisable, if there is. If you are very clear about the etiology of the stricture, then it's okay. Where you're not clear, you're sure it may be this, it may be that, and considering the fact that BXO is so common in our country and it can affect the urethra without actually having those classical things, maybe. So you would go by something that is the standard of care at the moment. Can you do end-to-end anastomosis? Dr. Bobby asked you this. Can you do transecting urethroplasty?
You have to mobilize the length is large, actually, more than.
Ade, you forgot that the length is going from one end to the other. All of the bulba urethra.
Yes.
Young fellow. Pull. Penis will become bent. So, can you do non-transecting?
Yes.
Substitution urethroplasty is a type of non-transecting. You open it and instead of doing a hynemiculus type, you augment that area. You can augment dorsally, ventrally, internally, externally, everywhere you can, wherever you want you can augment. Huh? Right? Have you read of any other article where people have used some other substitute apart from oral mucosa? Huh? Have you read any article published from India?
So then tomorrow, can you just spare about 10-15 minutes? We'll go through the presentation of that female because she.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow morning.
By 8:30, sir.
Okay. Not 8:30. Little later. I've got to see somebody. Okay, 9 o'clock. 8:30 is fine. 8:30 is fine. 8:30 is fine. Okay. See you then. Okay. So you can use substitution. You can use cephalosporin. People have reported using cephalosporin. Reverse it.
Don't forget things. You know, at least they will be there. They are all examiners. You must have some. Now by this time, at least you must have some vague idea of what
People are using. Huh?
What I wanted you to understand was the mid segment of the that is proximal penile, penoscrotal urethra on the given RGU was not looking good. Okay? You need to understand that. In that way, if you want to do some other test, that's where the etiology of urethra comes into play here. 18-year-old, suddenly, 1 year he has presented in the absence of all the other history. Segmented disease, missed segments, tells you that it could still be BX. That makes the suspicion stronger. In that background, you would like to do sonography to look at the spongiofibrosis. Understand the science.